All right, so today's video is SEO related, which is extremely important for every business owner who has a website, most especially for the web developers. Okay, so we are particularly going to attack or address or attend to this issue: duplicate without user selected canonical. So it's very easy to resolve, straightforward. Okay. Um, so initially we built our company website on a basic HTML structure, right? And then we later decided, right, we want to implement blog posts on our main company website. And then, well, we did a basic .json structure. So we had a script, a .json script that hosted all our blog articles. Then we realized, okay, so we gained a bit of more interest in blogging. So we realized the .json structure is not going to cut it for us. Let's move over to SQL. So we then migrated all the articles we had done. There were about 5 initially. We moved them over to an SQL structure. So they were all onto our database and not on a .json script, right? And then oversight, we forgot to change the URL slug structure. So by default, the PHP structure uses the blog / PHP question mark equals post ID. So by default, if you move on to a database, well, even a .json script, your post articles or your blog articles are going to use the post ID instead of the post name as the slug. So that's where we were. Now, if I'm going to click on this and then show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go to this one. So SaaS developers in South Africa. If we click on this, so you realize now this is the new URL slug. So we then obviously implemented the changes from post IDs to post names, right? So at the present moment, this is the structure for the post URLs. However, this is where we were initially, right? I'm gonna click here, and then inspect URL. Right. So if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see the reasons why, or rather you'll see the actual URL that Google had already indexed. Advisably, if your website is still in development mode, do not allow search engines to index it. If you are custom coding your website, use a tag on the main header that restricts search engines from indexing the website. Just do that until you are done with the development and the site is ready to go live. This way you will not run into these typical issues, right? So, like I said, this was oversight. We are mainly more relaxed when the website is ours. We are more careful and cautious and diligent when it's a client. So this is the result. Then we have to fix the errors at a later stage. Now, this is the URL that Google has indexed. Remember I explained how we got the post IDs instead of the actual post name, right? So how do we then fix this? Because Google is indexing a post ID which is not SEO friendly. So it doesn't what the article is about. We want a URL that also corresponds to our keywords, corresponds to our meta title and meta description, right? So the URL has to be consistent with the metadata for the SEO. So then how do you solve this? So you'll need access obviously to your file manager in cPanel. And then in File Manager, you have to look for the blog page. So the main article page, the script that displays a single post, right? I will do a video a bit later to show you where to find it for a WordPress website. For this account, it's a custom PHP script. So I'm gonna open the article.php, and then if you scroll a little bit down where the header section is, where we add all our tags, this is the script that you will then include in your header section. Exactly this one. So it's link rel and then canonical, and then you mention the site, or rather the blog, the main blog page, the main blog URL, and then you need to echo the current post, obviously, so that it affects all your individual posts, right? And then in square brackets, just mention the slug, right? So you close your PHP tag. This tag will undoubtedly fix the issue. Now, once you're done implementing this tag, obviously you click change, or save changes rather, and then you come back to your Google Search Console, and then you copy so obviously at the moment you have the actual URL displaying at the top, though the post ID is indexed. So copy this, or rather just click request indexing. Yep, that's the quicker way. Just click request indexing. It will take a few seconds before it confirms. Okay, so unfortunately I had reached my daily quota. You should be aware of this, but in ordinary circumstances it will just go straight and index the page. So how long does it take to update? If you've requested indexing, that shortens the time, but if you allow it to happen organically, it will take about 10 days to 4 weeks. But in this case, we're looking at about 3 days to 7 days. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you so much.